So
If
many
you're
of
a
you timers
pharmacist
must
that
watch.
likes to pretend you're a doctor, this message is going to be for you. Just put the meds in the bag, boss. And I get it. You're bitter. You got all that student debt for what? To put stuff in a bag for me? But that's the career that you chose. If you wanted to be a doctor, you could have been a doctor. But guess what? The guy or girl that wanted to be a doctor, yeah, that's who I trust to tell me what I need to put in my body, not you. Speaking of what careers we chose, I chose one that didn't have any student debt. I'm knocking down about what you knocking down with no debt. I know that's not a very classy thing to say, but y'all are grimy. 3rd-degree burns from my shoulder to my hand, and not career related, but 3 motorcycle wrecks, 2 of them serious. I am beat up. Something you wouldn't know nothing about, hiding behind your academia desk and your little med counting tray. But when I go to my doctor, who I chose as my doctor, and he looks at me and he says, yeah, you're pretty beat up. Here, let me write you something. And then I come to get it filled, and then you going to tell me you know better because people get hurt or injured taking the medication that my doctor told me that I needed so I could live a normal life. Then when you realized you picked the wrong one, you tried to say, okay, I'll fill it, but I'm going to give you Narcan as a precaution, like I'm a junkie.
So I feel like I sound like a broken record by now, but pharmacists go to school more than any healthcare provider when it comes to medications. So yes, we are the medication expert. Our job ultimately is we are trying to work as a team with your doctor to make sure that you are on the correct medication. So when it comes to opioids, yes, it is our job to make sure that you should be taking these. Because what we notice is sometimes when it comes to these prescriptions, patients are getting these medications from multiple doctors. So it is our job to make sure that you are not taking too much of the medication. And the reason we just don't fill any opioid willy-nilly is because when we do, we get sued. And it's not just like a couple dollars. Just for Baltimore, for example, it was $80 million that Walgreens owed them. And sir, if you're offering to pay for all these fines just so that we can just fill everything, then by all means, let me know, and then we can just fill every opioid that gets prescribed. And then your next comment I wanted to say is actually extremely ignorant when it comes to Narcan. Narcan is not just for junkies, which, by the way, I hate that word. This medication, I always compare it to like an EpiPen. It's something that you want to have on hand just in case, but you hope to never use it. And then a lot of the times when it comes to Narcan, people aren't just using it on themselves. They're using it on like loved ones or children who may get into a medication that they're not supposed to be into, which is why I'm a huge advocate that any single time you're prescribed an opioid, you should be getting Narcan just to have, just in case. You can just put it away if you never have to use it, but it's nice to have. And finally, I feel like I say this all the time, but pharmacists do so much more than just fill prescriptions. There are so many job opportunities for pharmacists when it comes to working for like insurance companies, working at the pharmacy, working in hospitals, working in like nuclear pharmacies, working in clinics, also working in industry. There are so many different roles that pharmacists can play. So again, it is extremely ignorant that you think that we just went to school just to fill things.